My name is Shanice, and I'm the founder of H.E.R. H.E.R is a teen outreach program, and tonight, me and a couple guests will be discussing a few topics that affect our teen girls today. So introducing my guests, I have to my right, I have Shanika, who is a successful physician assistant, loving mother, and wife. To my left, I have Aday, who is actually entering high school this fall. It's her freshman year, and we also want to congratulate her because she just made the cheerleading team. And we have Elajane. And Elajane actually just graduated high school and will be entering college this fall. One of today's topics we will be discussing is social media. Okay? Now, just a little backstory with me. When I was growing up, we did not have social media. We didn't have the freedoms of social media like you guys have today. Right? So, first of all, what type of social media do you guys use?
Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook occasionally. That's just for family. Instagram.
Okay.
Just Facebook, really.
So you just use Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, question, since you just use Facebook. Now, should parents supervise their teenagers on social media today?
It depends on what type of teenagers they are, like personality-wise.
Give me your personality.
I'm like really responsible with things, and some kids are not, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going into your freshman year, you're young, and you're on the cheerleading team. Like, if I was your parent, like that would be something that I would check your social media because you are, entering into that popularity realm. I would definitely feel the need to actually supervise your Facebook situation, regardless if you're responsible or not, because you don't know what. So do you think responsibility is the cutoff? If you're responsible, you shouldn't be supervised. If you're not responsible, then
I kind of feel like what she's saying is like kind of true too, because like it all depends on like if you know your child is not like a good kid, then obviously you should keep a little closer eye on them than you would with somebody that, okay, I know I can trust you. I know like if I leave you here alone for a week that you're not gonna come back to a freaking house party or something.
So I guess, my question would be, did you just start Facebook or have you been on Facebook for a while?
Just started, kind of.
So at the initial, when you began, do you think that the parents have a right like then? Because then they can judge whether or not you're responsible. Like you may be responsible in other aspects of your life, but they're not gonna know until they see and they check that you're responsible with your social media. So since you first started, do you feel like it's okay for your mom or your dad to look at your Facebook page and supervise it now?
Yeah.
As opposed to, and if you prove that you're responsible 6 months, down the line, then they won't supervise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Or if you're in Elajane's case where you think, I'm going to college, my mama should not be up in my Facebook page.
Yeah, if she wanted to, I wouldn't be opposed to it because I don't have anything to hide, but...
Right. I don't know. With my stance on it, like I said, I'm a parent, but my daughter's very young. But I think that I would be very active in her Facebook page or any social media that she actually has, because y'all have the Snapchat, the Twitter, and the Instagram, and those are open to the whole world. Like anyone can creep into you guys' Facebook or your Twitter and actually reach out to you guys, right? So that is the case, right? Mm-hmm. And so in a situation where someone did reach out to you and made you feel uncomfortable with looking at your pictures or commenting on certain pictures, you could be innocently taking a picture in a bathing suit with your girlfriends, and then someone can make a comment. Like, is that something that you feel like you should address to your parents, or do you feel like, oh, that was just a comment, we don't need to worry about that?
No, I think I would tell my mom, like, if something like that happened. Just because, like, if it took me out of my comfort zone, yeah.
What about you, Agatha?
I feel the same, and then I'll also block them.
So there is ways that you could block people off of your social media pages, mm-hmm. and not have that kind of interference with anything. Okay. Now, Aday, question. How does social media positively affect your life?
You get to be invited to events or something like a birthday party, and get nice comments on your pictures and stuff.
So before you had a Facebook page, I guess.
Yeah.
How did
you know about parties or getting invited?
Somebody would just invite you technically, or
Just call you or text you.
yeah.
So it's just a way to just invite. Okay.
So I was saying, going back to the supervision, I think that one thing that you guys may not realize is that because we didn't grow up with Facebook or other social media, and this is just a part of your world, I think sometimes that as parents and as adults, we see it that you guys overshare or do way more things on it than we approve of because we didn't have that. And for you, it's just normal, and not recognizing, I think, that that's going to be in the World Wide Web forever. And it's really difficult once you put something on there to take it off. And so I think that's why parents and adults are, want to supervise and kind of want to give guidelines and set things up so that you know what's appropriate to share and what's not appropriate.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, because we didn't, raise, we was raised privately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you kept in the house, you kept in the house. You couldn't just do like things like that. Like I said, I got my first cell phone when I was 18. So, so that's the gist of my, you know what I mean? So all that time I didn't have that. And as far as getting invited to parties, yeah, you just heard it around school,
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have the clicking and the likes and all that too. So as far as like I see the positivity, and I guess so that you can interact with your friends, so you can interact with your family, so you don't have to call everybody all the time and let them know what is going on in your lives or anything like that. Or like you shared your graduation pictures, and then I saw your cheerleading pictures, so that was great. That's very good.
Yeah.
So that is great. Now, as far as negative, the negative side effects of social media, Elijah, would you like to?
Sometimes there can be a lot of negative, feedback, negative stuff that can happen, but, if you have, a strong personality, then you can just, ignore it. But if, it just, really, your self-esteem's not as high as some people's self-esteem is, then you're gonna, take it to heart. But, just with certain comments on certain pictures, if you post a picture you think you look really cute and then somebody posts something really rude on it, either ignore it or you can take it to heart. But you put yourself in that situation kind of because you put the picture on there. So
but it could just be an innocent.
It can be, but people are so cruel in the world.
I understand that, but do you think that it's the person's? So do you think that it's the person's fault for posting a picture? Basically, if you post a picture, whatever comes with it. Is that how
kind of? Just because it's you put the picture out there. I know you didn't have any intentions oh my god, I hope nobody says anything mean on it, but that's the world that we live in today. Mm-hmm. So if somebody does comment something, then you can't take it to heart because you put it out there, and you just have to be okay, it's whatever, just shrug it off.
Now, did you feel that way when you first started?
Yeah,
with
that's
social
how.
media?
That's not no. When I first started, I was oh my gosh, somebody just really told me I was ugly on Facebook. I'm really offended, and I cried, and I told my mom I'm not getting back on Facebook because they just told me I was ugly. But then after a while, I was just forget it. It's okay. I'm cute. I know I'm cute. So then I was it's okay. I'm not gonna take it to heart anymore. But when I first started, I was they just really called me ugly. I'm offended. I cried and everything.
They hit the like button on there. So they seeing how you just on Facebook and you're hearing those things. How do you think you would feel if someone commented on your picture in a negative way?
I would honestly just ignore it and delete it. I wouldn't really worry about it because it's just a comment, so